And reading the document finished. This is nearly the last page. Well, it is apparently the last page because I'm not having the last page. So this is well, not the last page, but the last page that I have. I don't know where the other, the problem is the clip, the last pages, because there was 40 pages. And the clip had difficulties in regards of taking 40 pages. So they had a way of going off. You can see the clip up there. But anyway, so nearly done, and I have read a little in regards of this document again. Some believe it actually goes back to before Jesus Christ. And then, talking about being edited by maybe a Jewish Christian in the 1st century and all that. Then it gets published in Gentile areas at, what was it? Much later. Apparently, some believe that, but again, that is in the Western world because it seems like they actually knew about that document in Aramean or something like that, and another place. Any case. Whatever it is an interesting, insight in some of the ways in the past. Like, the Book of Jubilee and the Book of Enoch. Now, I wouldn't say that there was scripture because there are some issues. But it's, I knew the information of the Book of Jubilee when it was written and all that beforehand, or at least, I think it was, again, the first BC or something like that the Book of Jubilee might... I don't know if I actually wrote it into the Book of Jubilee when I did the research of it. Let's see here. Oh yeah, here we go. I fixed actually some information in the book, taking it out from something. I'm not sure what, but it was like I can't remember. But anyway, as you can see, I've sticked it in there with some tape. Professor Charles, it says, the Book of Jubilee, or Little Genesis, translated from the Ethiopic by Professor George H. Shudo. Professor Charles of Oxford University says that it would be difficult to overestimate the value of this commentary. And that's the thing, it's a commentary. You have to take it, you don't take it as scripture at all. But anyway, the oldest in the world on Genesis. This is in itself a distinction, but its value is in the insight it gives into the religious belief of the 2nd century BC. When it was written, the writer looked forward to the advent of the Messianic kingdom. The kingdom would be gradually realized on earth, and the transformation of physical nature would go hand in hand with the ethical transformation of man, till there was a new heaven and a new earth, no sin, nor pain, and men would in their days and live. There are some very interesting prophecies in this book, and some passages not excel for purity by anything in the English language. $3.50 or whatever. Anyway, so again, one have to remember when one reads it, don't take it as scripture, but an insight in what some of the Jews believed in the 2nd century. The Book of Enoch, I don't know, as far as I understand it, some believe that it was actually 5 different documents that was actually made into one. I know there are some issues with the Book of Enoch, that's for sure, but if we have 5 different things that have been mixed together, there might be some that actually is, valid, I don't know, but there are some interesting things, but there also are things that absolutely seems not biblical. You have, for example, the calendar in the Book of Enoch. That's not biblical in regards to the Torah. So, and there are other things, but there are some things that are, going back again in regards of Jewish understanding and all that. And I think both the Book of Hanak or Enoch and the Book of Jubilee actually or Jubileem, actually has in regards of those, this story of the angels coming down and having sex with women and all that. I don't know about that. I'm Bob on that. But it seems that one can't get around that. You have a lot of sources talking about it as it. I think even Jude in the New Testament talks about this thing as a Jew, and that's in the New Testament, and I think we have different Christians in the past also having belief in this. Now, Jew, I don't know how things get together and all that in regards to this doctrine. I guess maybe Second Peter also maybe have something in regards of it. I can't remember, but I think there's some. Let's see if I can find it. 2 seconds. Well, maybe a little more than 2 seconds. It's a phrase we say, I guess. See here. Judah 536. Let's see if I can find it. It's a small letter, so it's there we go. See. Yeah, it talks about those angels that didn't want to take, and what is Danish? So, but it's like Judah's letter, first chapter. Well, I guess there's only one chapter actually. So, I'm not sure. I think there's only one chapter in this letter. Yep. And number 6. It talks about some angels but I'm not sure if that is actually. I think it was Jude and Peter, Second Peter, I think, where it's talking a little, which could be references in regards of this, these angels for. But again, I'm like, I don't know. But there are this doctrine is absolutely out there. I think Josephus also talks about it, actually. I'm not sure. I have, there's a huge amount of books in regards to Josephus as well. I think he also, I can't remember, but, I think he also, anyway, it could be interesting too if one actually had looked into all the sources that's out there and collected all the sources about this topic in a book, from whatever sources out there from the past. So one could actually see what is actually, these things in regards to these, at least, so one could look at it, whether true or not, but it seems to be something that, it's there, it's there, it's just, yeah. So, but if it's true or not, I don't know, but it's absolutely there as a doctrine. Now this document as well, in regards of the Testament of the 12 Patriachs, which is also said to be written 100 BC, and yet maybe be edited in 100 AD by a Christian Jew. Again, there's different views on this and that and all that. But it has a lot of, against sin and all that. There are some issues in regards to where they, where, for example, Joseph is in some sense, he's lying, which seems a little weird, to defend others. That seems, kind of weird. But anyway, overall, the documents actually also have in regards to Jesus. And that's, of course, is interesting as well. The question is when this document, and I found out that two of the testaments of the 12 patriarchs were found in Qumran, as I understand it. So, of course, that makes it a little more interesting as well. The book of Jubilee, I think, was found in Qumran as well. And the book of Hanak, or the book of Enoch, and all that. So it seems like, again, some of the same. Anyway, and this document that I have here, in regards to the 12 testaments, it also have references to the book of Enoch. It seems. I'm not sure if it actually uses, but it does have, talking about Enoch. That's the reference to Enoch. Here it says, "And I believe that there will be also evil doings among you, from the words of Enoch the righteous." So again, here Enoch is, talked about. "That ye shall commit fornication with the fornication of Sodom, and shall perish all save a few, and shall renew wanting deeds with women," or women. And that's the thing. You still get you have so many people out there saying this and that, but at least you have a window into, in the past, what they thought about these things, in regards of Sodom, And it also talks about in regards of in regards of the angels, that's also one of the things. But and shall renew wanting deeds with women, like whoring and all that, just sexual, whatever, what's it called, sexual, just having sex with anyone and anything and whatever. I looked it up on the mobile wanting. Let's see here. I can see battery is going down. Oh, it's actually only 7. Let's see, wanting. Oops. Uh-oh.